Yes, after 6000 RPM. Shift, shift, shift. Lovely, 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 guys. First to second gear, when I'm shifting from first to second using the quick shifter, I'm feeling a bit hard because the gear is very hard that time. Hello guys, good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Prashant Banerjee and you are watching Automania. Guys, today I have with me the offering from KTM, the Duke 390. Yes, this is the mad machine and we are gonna have a lots of fun with this motorcycle today in this review. So let's get started with the cinematics of this mad bike first. Guys, how were the cinematics? I hope you liked it, and if you like what we do, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to Automania for exclusive automotive content. And coming to this motorcycle, well, this is a motorcycle which came with host of updates and changes, which we shall find out just in a bit. The first change, which I must say was a revolutionary change, is the addition of the quick shifter. It is magnificent. So guys, let's continue the video and try to find out what this motorcycle has to offer technically and by hardware specifications. The KTM Duke 390 has always been quite a feature-rich motorcycle. In 2017, when the bike got a major overhaul, KTM styled it just like the larger 1290 Super Duke R. The KTM 390 Duke also got an LED lighting system, a color TFT screen with smartphone Bluetooth connectivity, ride-by-wire and switchable ABS, including Supermoto mode. Now in the BS6 era, the 390 Duke also gets a bi-directional quick shifter and turn-by-turn navigation, which justifies the extra asking price for the motorcycle. The KTM Duke 390's price has gone up once again. Now this motorcycle will set you back by 3.41 lakhs on road, depending upon which city you belong to. The racy 373cc single-cylinder liquid-cooled motor on the 390 Duke makes the same power and torque figures of 43.5 PS and 37 Newton meters as it did on the BS4 Avatar. KTM has revised the exhaust routing for the BS6 motorcycle. Now it runs below the engine and not around the cylinder heads. As a result, the ground clearance of the KTM 390 Duke has taken a massive hit, now standing at around 151 millimeters, which is almost 24 millimeters lower than before. So better be careful when you take this motorcycle through a speed bump. There are no revision of the 6-speed gearbox with a slipper clutch. The addition of a bi-directional quick shifter also adds to the sporty appeal of the 390 Duke. There are no mechanical changes on the BS6 version of the 390 motorcycle. It runs the exact same sharp steel split release frame as earlier, with a 41mm open cartridge USD forks and preload adjustable monoshock Halling suspension, which is taken away from WP suspension. The KTM 390 Duke has always been a strong stopper thanks to the Vibray 4-piston radial calipers acting on the large 320 motor up front, and at the rear, duties is handled by 230mm disc with a single piston floating caliper. The grippy mid-zeller rubber comes short with a 17-inch alloy rims with 110 section tires at the front and 150 section tires at the rear, giving this motorcycle superb grip when you decide to do some cornering. The KTM 390 Duke manages to be the raciest motorcycle in the sub 400cc naked category segment. Its razor sharp looks and the equally sharp handling make it a hoot to ride at any situation, and despite the extra asking price, it still remains quite a good value for money proposition. The class rivals of the 390 Duke remains the BMW G310R, Bajaj Domina 400 and the Honda CBR 300R. For the same price though, you could also get yourself an Apache RR 310, Interceptor 650 and Continental GT 650. Well, 390cc or 650cc. It's depending totally upon what kind of rider and what kind of motorcycle would you want to go for. So now, let's take this motorcycle out for a ride review.
So this is the owner of this motorcycle. सेकंड बाइक है ना तुम्हारा? पुराना बाइक था कौन सा? वो डोमिनर था एक.
सेकंड नहीं, फोर्थ बाइक.
अच्छा, स्टार्टिंग करो. पहले क्या है? RS 200, डोमिनर 400. ओके, RS 200, डोमिनर 400. फिर RR 310 भी तुम्हारा ही है. हाँ, जो मैंने रिव्यू किया था. नेक्स्ट है ये. तो उसमें जो दो रिव्यू हो गया है. डोमिनर वाला पेंडिंग है और RS पेंडिंग है. ओके, देख लो भाई, ऐसे भी इंसान होते हैं जो एक ही कैटेगरी का 4 बाइक्स लेके रखते हैं. सेम कैटेगरी नहीं, मतलब ओवरऑल देखोगे तो 8-9 लाख का बाइक हो जाएगा. 8 lakhs अराउंड 8 lakhs. तो उसमें सुपर बाइक्स भी आ जाता है, लेकिन दिस गाय प्रेफर्स 4 डिफरेंट बाइक्स देन वन सुपर बाइक, राइट? सब अलग होते हैं यार. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस राइड रिव्यू गाइस. एंड ओके, so guys, let's start with this ride review and see what this bike has on offer for us. First impressions with 167 kgs, around 167 kgs. This bike is not really heavy, so that's the first advantage of this motorcycle. Next is this look, which, the way you are sitting. It is totally different, guys. Means it's like supermoto look. You know, you sit like, you know, the hand will be raised up, the handlebar is nice. You won't be too much stressed because the sitting position is not too committed, guys. It is not too committed at all. This is a motorcycle which you can use daily as a daily ride and also take it for a race track if you have a race track nearby. And the power of around 43 horses and 37 Newton meters of torque. Power is ample. Let's push and see. Power is not short at all. Power is really nice, guys. I'll try the quick shifter. It's little hard, but it works perfectly. No problem at all. No complaints about it. Quick shifter is a little bit hard, but it's fine. It's okay. The KTM has included quick shifter in 390 series. That is huge, guys. The power is delivered at top end actually. I'll show you once again. 6, yes, after 6000 RPM. Shift. Lovely guys. Lovely power. I'll push another time in this road. Lovely. Braking is too good. 320 Nm, 320mm front disc, dual channel ABS. There is supermoto mode where the rear ABS can be switched off and you can have some fun on the dirty roads and, you know, in some off-roading trials. Power is ample in this motorcycle, guys. I don't have any complaints about it. Means it's too much. Okay, 43 horses is too much for Indian roads. That's it. You don't need anything more than this. More than 50 horsepower Indian roads are overkill. To be frank, that's the fact, guys. The speedometer is the one of the most catchy part in this motorcycle. It looks gorgeous, guys. You get ample amount of information. You know, you can set motorcycle settings, KTM, my ride, trips data, and you can switch on, switch off the ABS, rear ABS, change the look of the screen, and do many things. Hell lot of setup is available. There is two modes, supermoto mode and the road mode. Now I'm in road mode. It's written road. The bike rode only 367 kilometers. It's a brand new motorcycle, guys. It's still pending the first service. What I felt was when I tried to change the gear through this quick shifter without the clutch, I got a jerk, like sudden jerk in first and second. But in the higher gears, for example from 4th to 5th or 5th to 6th, there was no problem. It was pretty smooth. But in the lower gears, like 1st to 2nd, 2nd to 3rd, there is a little bit of jerking. I don't know, I'm not sure about why is it like that. Maybe that might be updated in the later calibration, and later on the bikes can be updated, the software might be updated. But I feel that could have been a bit smoother. It's WB suspension and it goes really nice with the motorcycle's character. There's no question, no problems at all. It good, really nice feeling. The handlebar is straight and wide. You feel good when you're riding the motorcycle. The steering is light. The tires are from Metzeler's. That gives really nice bite when you are pushing the motorcycle. The mirror gives good visibility on the traffic behind you. You won't be seeing your shoulders like that happens in many motorcycles. The seat is comfortable, but the seat could have been softer. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's push. I got to admit, the front brakes are much better than my GT650. Dude, the corner was so nice. The front brakes are much better than my GT650, guys. I have no questions, no doubt about it. It's too good. 320mm front disc, much better, because I can feel the bite. The bite is terrific, guys. That's the reason you can take this bike into a racetrack and have lots and lots of fun. If you ask my verdict, it's perfect, guys. I don't know what to say, any negative point in the motorcycle. It's perfect. Front suspension is good, tires are good, the vehicle feels light, the power is ballistic. It's mad. It's a mad machine. There are very few bikes which I pushed and I felt mad about it. One is this motorcycle. This is a mad machine, guys. The bike feels so nice, so nice. The quick shifter works flawlessly except first to second. In first to second, what happens is it feels hard. It feels really hard. I know with some future updates KTM might be solving it for sure. First to second quick shifter is hard. Other than that, I don't have any problem with this bike. Frame is nice. The frame is working perfectly. The chassis is working perfectly with this motorcycle. The chassis is very well built and goes perfectly with this motorcycle. The engine is powerful and overall it's a very well built machine. So guys, that's it for the ride review. Let me know how did you feel about this Duke 390. For me, it's a mad bike. I want to know from you, what did you feel about this motorcycle? So let's go on to the next segment.
And next, coming on to the pros and cons. First pro is the power. The power is magnificent. The power is delivered in a very smooth way. The bike, second one is bike is light with a weight of around 167, I guess. It's really light, guys. The next is the quick shifter that really works well with this motorcycle, and KTM did a wonderful job by adding that to this motorcycle. And the last pro will be the way it looks. I love it. absolutely love the way this motorcycle looks, guys. And coming about the cons and talking about the cons, I feel the ground clearance could have been a little bit better, because every now and then I feel that the bike is bottoming out into the potholes and the bigger speed bumps. And the next is first to second gear. When I'm shifting from first to second using the quick shifter, I'm feeling a bit hard, because the gear is very hard that time. That might be needing a bit of smoothing when you are changing the gear from first to second using the quick shifter at higher RPMs. Except these two, I think there is no other problem with this motorcycle. If you want to get this motorcycle, you can just go to nearest KTM showroom and get this bike. And if you are in Durgapur region and if you want this motorcycle, you can contact Mr. Shubhadeep. The details are given in the description box down below. His contact number is given. You can contact KTM Durgapur, contact the number, and he'll give you all the details you need to get this motorcycle home. And let me know in the comment section down below, amongst all this competition I said, how will the KTM 390 fight with the likes of all these beasts in the market, and which one would you go for? On that note, it's time to wrap up this episode of Automania. I will see you in some other automotive or some technical updates. As I always say, wear your helmets while riding, wear your seat belts while driving, and never drink and drive. और फोन पे बात करते हुए बाइक मत चलाना गाइस, और गाड़ी भी मत चलाना. It's for your safety. On that note, this is Prashant Banerjee. You're watching Automania. Signing off. Ta-da.